Assalamu alaikum. Let's cook.
She came up with some of the stats. In 2011, 83% of white victims were murdered by other whites. White on white crime. Where are the fathers?
Let me just say, Cenk, on behalf of all moderate white people, I would like to apologize for the extremist white people. I know that every time a Muslim does something wrong or a black person does something wrong, you can just generalize about the entire group. But with white people just get a pass. If a white person does something wrong, everybody understands that that person is an individual. And to generalize about everybody else in the white community would be ridiculous. It's just that we don't offer that same mindset to black people and to Muslims and to other minority groups.
Yeah, and now let me fill out the numbers more. 3,172 white people were killed in 2011, unfortunately. 2,630 of them lost their lives at the hands of another white person. I mean, we got to wonder what's going wrong in white culture today. I think it's largely the rock and roll music. I think it's very dangerous. Comedian Carrie Caudette also wrote about this. She writes, in 2013, whites led all other groups in aggravated assault, larceny, theft, arson, weapons carrying, and vandalism. When it comes to sexual assault, whites take the forcible rape cake. They're also more likely to kill children, the elderly, family members, their significant others, and even themselves. And she went on to say, so why is white on white crime so prevalent, one may ask? Is it the music they listen to? Is it the white divorce rate, resulting in more white children coming from broken homes? Perhaps it's the TV shows they watch or the violent sports they play. She came up with some of the stats.
White American man Colin Gray was just sentenced today to 15 years in prison for a mass shooting that his son did in school a few years ago. He's the father of this young Mayo monster, but he was also sentenced. So let's take it back a few years so that this is understood, okay? Colt Gray. Now, the son, Colt Gray, he was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. What did he do? At age 14, he took an AR-15 to school and just started shooting people. He killed 2 students, 2 teachers, and injured 9 others. He did this because he said that he wanted to gain some sort of fame or notoriety. So the judge said, okay, we're going to make sure you get that. They took out some of his writings. This Colt Gray, he went to school and killed people. And he wrote down years ago, I want to make history. I want people to remember the pain I caused. And they made sure they pulled that out in court before they sentenced him, who was now 16, to life without the possibility of parole. This is how it all started. In May of 2023, a year before he went to school and started shooting and killing people, they had a warning sign. Deputies from the Jackson County Sheriff's Office went to him and his father's house to talk to them. Now, they went there to talk to the father because they received a tip from the FBI about an online threat to shoot up a school. So Colt, the son, is online writing things about shooting up schools and everything like that in 2023. So the deputies show up to the house to speak to him and the father, and he denied all of it.
Yeah, Colt Gray.
Colt?
Yeah, Colt. He's my oldest son.
How old is he?
He's 13.
Does he play a lot of video games and stuff?
Yeah, he does. Like all the time.
Is he here right now?
Yeah.
I think it's something you might have.
I damn sure want to know.
Can we talk to him?
Yeah, absolutely. Now look, he gonna get all red-faced when you talk to him. Just calm.
Do you have weapons in the house?
I do.
Are they accessible to him?
They are. I mean, there's nothing loaded, but they are dangerous. We do a lot of shooting. We do a lot of deer hunting. He shot his first deer this year. I don't know anything about him saying like that, and I'm gonna be mad as hell if he did. And then all the guns will go away, and they won't be accessible to him. You know, I'm trying to be honest with you. I'm trying to teach him about firearms and safety and how to do it all and get him interested in the outdoors. Mm-hmm. Like on my phone.
Get him away from those video games.
Exactly right. And whatever y'all are telling him, please instill in him that if this is whatever or wherever this is coming from, it's no joke. Yeah. Like, it's no joke.
But we wouldn't be here if it was.
No, I know. And I'm telling you right now, we talk about it quite a bit. Okay. All the school shootings, things that happen.
Yeah,
All
scary.
here, you getting picked on at school. He's getting picked on at school, and is everything okay? That's why I keep going up there.
So did your dad kind of explain everything to you?
Said something about school shooting up at school.
Did you say something about school shooting?
Never, I just told him, I don't know what. Maybe they misheard somebody else. I would never say that.
You never ever said.
No, I swear.
Do you use Discord?
Discord?
Yes, sir.
I used to. I don't have it anymore.
When was the last time you used it?
Like a few months ago.
Really?
Was it at Traditions or was it here?
No, it was a tradition because in that Discord account that I had deleted it before.
Before you moved here?
Yeah, because I think it got it had been password pulled or something. Like I clicked on a link and somebody.
Have you heard anybody on Discord when you were using it say something like that? Remember?
Like at that time?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think I ever had anybody that.
Never. And I mean, I'm not trying to get anybody hemmed up, but like this is some serious stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, he knows how serious it is, trust me.
He's telling me he didn't.
Yeah.
Telling me he can't remember anything like that.
Yeah.
I take you at your word. Okay. If you look me in the eye and you tell me that's what you're telling me, I got no choice but to take you at your word right now. Okay.
Yes, sir.
But like I was telling your dad, if we find out otherwise, then it's a different story. Okay.
It's a really different story.
Okay, you see in that video at age 13, this male monster is already talking about doing things horrible to people, just being a real Satanist. After that, after they went to his house in May of 2023, on Christmas of 2023, that same father that you see in that video talking to those cops with his son, he bought that boy an AR-15 rifle as a Christmas gift. Remember, after these threats, this is May, this happened Christmas 2023, that was his gift. His mother was upset about it. She argued with the father for weeks not to give it to him, but the mother and the father are separated. He did it anyway. He thought he had it all under control. Oh, I could give my son these guns and this and that. Now, he has an AR-15. They're going about their life. Now let's go ahead about a year later, a whole nother school year, September 4th of 2024, Colt Gray takes the AR-15 that his father gave him for Christmas to school, and he does this mass shooting at Appalachee High School, killing students, teachers, shooting 9 others, just horrible.
From inside Appalachee High School was awful. Awful to look at. There were family members of some of the victims, Christian Angulo and Mason Skirmahorn, who stood up and left before that surveillance, and very graphic video aired that showed Colt Gray's movements throughout the day, and including the moment he leaves to the bathroom with a bag concealing an AR-15 style rifle, and the moment he comes back out wearing yellow gloves, opens a door to a math room, and starts indiscriminately spraying. You could see in the video, and we witnessed there for ourselves, children diving out of the way, taking cover underneath furniture, absolute chaos, panic, and violence, and dust flying down. We also witnessed the moment that Mason Skirmahorn was killed in the hallway. It was incredibly graphic and so difficult to watch. Video that is not for the public, only for the jurors in that courtroom. And while this video was playing, it is the first time I've seen Colin Gray totally breaking down, weeping, sobbing. His voice, his cries were the loudest in the entire courtroom. And such a difficult moment for the family.
So yesterday, that son, Colt Gray, he is 16 years of age now. He was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. He will never get out. The judge could have gave him life with the possibility of parole, but the judge said, nah, you were too cold, you planned it, you said that you wanted to be famous. So he made sure that this boy, this monster, has no chance at ever getting out. And life in Georgia State Pen, he won't make it out, people. He will not, one of the worst places to be in prison. He won't make it out. He's definitely turning into a woman. He will not make it out. Now, since the father purchased him these weapons as a minor, the state said, "You are liable too, Dad. We're going to get you too." So in March of 2026, the father, Colin Gray, a jury convicted him on all charges: 2 counts of second-degree murder, 2 counts of involuntary manslaughter, 5 counts of reckless conduct, and 18 counts of cruelty to children in the second degree, which was a total of 27 charges, okay? And he became the first Georgia parent prosecuted for a mass shooting committed by their child, and the first in the country convicted of murder in this kind of case.
You know, he's a good kid. You know, he wasn't perfect, nor was I. But to do something that heinous, like I don't know if anybody could ever see that kind of evil. And it's like the Colt I knew and relationship I had, there's this whole other side of Colt I didn't know existed. I just wanted him okay. I need people to understand. The gun was a thing that him and I used to bond with, and I was very clear on the rules, right? No loaded guns in the house ever, and he abided by those rules. He respected the weapon. You know, we didn't have them in a safe. We didn't, have locks on them as we've all seen here today. But I'm telling you that he had a healthy respect for weapons. They stayed where I told them to stay. And in the heat of the moment, whether it was arguing with me or arguing with his mom, arguing or bull rushing, he never once made a threat to me or his sisters or brother or anybody that I know of going for the gun. He never made that kind of action or movement towards a gun, made a threat, never said anything about a gun. He was pissed about other things, but that gun was understanding we had that what it was for.
Today, this guy right here, Colin Gray, today, he was just sentenced to 15 years. The judge said, "I gotta give this to you. You failed as a parent."
4 people are gone, and nothing the court can do today can change that. But the question today is narrower, and in some ways harder. What does justice require when a father's negligence and a son's concealed intent meet on a single morning? This court has heard from the son himself and how completely that intent was hidden from the father.
Law enforcement came to his house because his son had searched how to kill your dad on the school computer. 2 years later, in 2023, law enforcement again came to his house because his son had threatened to commit a mass shooting at an elementary school. And at that meeting, law enforcement asked him to restrict his son's access to guns.
My heart aches for everyone that was there that day, for all of you that have been impacted by it. But the law requires that I set aside emotion. I don't get to sentence with passion. I have the nearly impossible task of sentencing you without passion, despite the immeasurable heartache that you've caused. For each of the murders in the second degree, I'm sentencing you to 15 years in confinement concurrent with one another. For each of the involuntary manslaughters, I'm sentencing you to 10 years confinement concurrent. For each non-merging cruelty to children, I'm sentencing you to 10 years in confinement concurrent. For each non-merging reckless conduct charge, I'm sentencing you to 12 months confinement concurrent. This is an aggregate sentence of 15 years in prison.
Yeah, get this sleazeball up out of here. So the dad gets 15 years in Georgia State Penitentiary. He may not make it out of there. The Georgia State Penitentiary, them lazy correction officers, them corrupt people, They do not care about white people in there. They do not care. You know how there are a lot of states where they care about white people, like they might have white people on a different side of the prison where it's nicer, this, and that. Not in Georgia. Them lazy correction officers and them people in there, they all corrupt. They all trying to make money. He may not make it out. Get him and his son up out of there. Put them in the same cell. Actually, maybe they'll have the same boyfriend. You know what I mean? And this is exactly what should happen to these people, these Mayo monsters and these parents. And you could look at this dad's face and tell that he was N-word this, N-word that, every other word. But here it is. These are the people from your community. You want to constantly talk about Chicago and all these other places when you have guys like this walking around, these Mayo monsters, violent, disgusting Satanists doing this to people pretty much every week. And the only reason why the son didn't get death is because the U.S. Supreme Court said that juveniles can't be sentenced to death. They wanted to give the son death. You know, they said that we can only give him life without the possibility of parole, or with the possibility of parole. They said, nah, he ain't getting out. But people, get in the comments. Let me know what you think and know about this. Again, link to my masterpiece, The N-Word is No Secret, in the service in the description. Link to the email list. Go ahead and put your name on that so that you know where the content is in case YouTube start doing their YouTube thing. Easy.